Good news, everyone. This episode of Flipper Flicks is presented by Podgo. Podgo is the easiest way to monetize your podcast, providing podcasters a flat rate for ad space so you always know how much you get when you include an ad from Podgo. We recently joined as a member, and you can too. Apply today to become a member and immediately be connected with advertisers that fit your audience. That's podgo.co at podgo.co. I hope you enjoy this episode.
Cue the singing giraffes!
Hey guys, welcome to Flipper Flicks today.
Why?
Is that supposed to be like Brad Pitt or something? Or what?
No, I just was doing a weird voice.
Okay.
For the
liked
shits and
it.
giggles.
It works.
I'm Adam, guys. Welcome.
Welcome. I'm Sam.
I'm Tim, if you're curious.
Adam just booped me on the nose. I guess that means it's my turn to go.
It is.
I wanted to give Tim some time to settle in and be like, hey, I'm Tim, but...
Just,
Sorry, Tim.
yeah.
I thought we were calling him Mothman.
Mothman?
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, he's Moth, I'm Dam, and you're Thaw. New names.
Just keep up. Keep up. Yep.
Okay.
Gotta keep up. Gotta keep up. We're moving fast around here.
Oh my. So I have been tasked with the charge of telling you about our social media. So we're on it. Check Twitter and Instagram. Go find at FlipperFlicks with an X, not a CKS. I know all of you people I've been telling you at FlipperFlicks and you've been like, I can't find you guys. Well, add that X instead.
But not 3 X's.
No, we're not.
Amsterdam.
Yeah. I didn't know what I was going to say.
Yeah.
So,
He got you. Don't worry.
yeah.
That's what I'm here for, Sam.
We also release episodes on podcasting platforms, whichever one is convenient for you, but the big ones are Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Anchor, Google Podcasts, so you can look us up there. If you like that better, we release episodes every Thursday at 1 p.m. Eastern, so look out for that. And then, what did we watch this week, Tim?
Trying to remember. 12 Monkeys. There we go.
There was.
I had it, and then I lost it. I was like, uh-oh. I'm up.
She
I'm on the
called
spot.
on me.
I'm on the spot.
Wait, why is it my turn?
Yeah, so we
Why
watched...
did we watch it, Tim?
What? 12 Monkeys. Yeah.
But
why?
But why? But 12 Monkeys. Yeah, so we got the category of like the Google Trends, right?
Daily Trends.
The daily trends. I'm gonna let you read those because you have them on hand and I do not.
I do.
Yeah, you do that.
So, Tim was lucky enough to roll our Daily Trends first time.
Woohoo!
And we look at the top 5 searches on Google for that day. And last time we were together, it was Deshaun Jackson, TikTok, Lysol disinfectant spray, Novavax stock, and Bolsonaro.
Mm-hmm.
Now, we're going to take a very loose stab at trying to find a movie because, you can't really hit all 5 of those. So, we did our best.
Yes, and I think that this was just classified as pandemic 5 different ways.
3 different ways.
Yeah.
With
Five
Philadelphia
different ways.
for Deshaun Jackson.
Okay.
There's nothing to do with TikTok.
Yeah,
Thankfully.
we couldn't figure that out.
Yes.
We're
I don't
too
know.
old for that.
Tim's planning to twerk for YouTube.
Oh boy. You keep signing me up for stuff. I don't know if...
You could have your own TikTok channel if you did all the videos we signed you up for. Think about it.
Oh man.
So, Tim, what was this movie about?
So this movie, if you've never seen it, it's an old one.
An oldie.
Yeah, oldie but a goodie. All right, so here's the synopsis for you. In a future world devastated by disease, a convict is sent back in time to gather information about the man-made virus that wiped out most of the human population on the planet.
Dun dun dun.
Dun dun
I feel
dun.
like we do that every time.
We did.
That or ooh.
Well, I was trying to find not the wind sound, so I went
That's a
aggressive.
ghost. It's not a wind. Wind is more like. That ooh.
Wait, what sound does a monkey make? That's really what I should have
Tim,
made.
can you do one?
Ooh, ooh, ah, ah.
There you go.
Ooh, ee, ooh,
Nailed
ah, ah,
it.
ting,
Ting,
tang,
tang, walla, walla, bing, bang.
Ooh, ee, ooh, ah, ah, ting, tang, walla, walla, bing, bang. They sing it in the Rugrats movie. The monkeys do.
I feel like we had gone so long without singing.
No, we sang in the last one.
Oh, okay.
Because
Sam,
Brad...
be real. We can't go very long without singing.
It's at least it's max one episode.
Yeah. And it's never good, but it's fun.
It's fantastic. That's
We
why.
like it.
Oh, shoot.
Did this do well with the critics, Tim?
Yeah. Okay, so seems like we did pretty well on the critics this time around. 90% critics, audience was 88%. IMDb gave it an 8 out of 10, and Google gave it a fail with an 88.
What
So-
the hell, Google?
It's all consistent, but Google flopped it for some reason. I don't know. But
I know. So if you don't know this, we kind of believe that Google just is either 90 or above or fail.
yeah.
Yeah, but maybe Google just wanted to match
The audience?
Just think
Yeah,
that-
so
Yeah, they just were like, I'm going to just snag that audience score real
tried
They
quick.
were feeling
very
lazy
hard.
that day.
Yeah.
Just-
Definitely.
we didn't
Control
actually
Z,
watch this
Control V.
88.
Yeah. That seems reasonable. We don't
Yeah.
we don't know.
Tim, what were your expectations going into this? I think you said you saw it when you were a kid.
When I was young, now, because I had to read the synopsis this time around due to our category choice, and I remembered that I definitely recognized the name, and I knew Brad Pitt was in it, but I forgot Bruce Willis was in it. Anyway, so I read the synopsis, and it was not anything I remembered. So I'm pretty
Nice.
sure I may
Sounds
have only
about right.
seen like a few scenes here and there. I don't know that I ever actually.
I think it's
saw the
rated
whole
R.
thing. Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
So it's pretty well known as a good movie.
Yes.
So I was just stoked. Yeah, throw me at it. I'll watch it. Yeah.
Oh, real quick before we get into mine and Sam's. Spoilers!
No
Oh.
spoilers.
This movie is a little crazy, and we don't want to spoil it for you if you don't want to be spoiled.
True.
It's like an M Night before M Night was a thing.
Yeah. Wait, so where did we watch it?
We watched this on HBO Max.
Okay, so there you go. You have no choice. If you
Own HBO Max.
Yeah, like just go flip it on.
Well,
then you don't have
Own
no
is the wrong
spoilers.
word.
You're subscribed.
Subscribe. That's
There
the
you
word.
go.
Yeah. I'm not rich. I can't own HBO Max.
What?
Not yet, I can't.
Taking over the world, one streaming service at a time. So, what were your expectations, Adam?
I've heard of this movie for years and years, and I kind of wanted to see it. I actually didn't know Brad Pitt was in it. I knew Bruce Willis was in it, so I'm kind of the opposite of
The
Tim in
reverse,
this regard. Yeah, and I know the director. I really like the director because he does my favorite movie, The Man Who Killed Don Quixote.
Mm-hmm.
I think you're getting sponsored for that movie because I think you bring
I
it up
have
in
to.
every episode.
Somebody has to
We're
be.
gonna-
We
have to
watched this
watch it
today, but have you
eventually.
seen this movie?
Like Aladdin and the King of Thieves is also a fantastic film.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I think you've said Don Quixote more than Aladdin and the King of Thieves.
It's
at
also
this
a
point.
lot of fun to say, Don Quixote.
Oh,
Yeah, I've also
Anywho.
never seen
That's
it,
just your
but continue.
you're filling.
I was excited about it because of the director,
Mm-hmm.
and I've only heard good things about it. It's always listed on one of those movies you have to see before you die
Right.
lists.
Classic listicles.
I know. Probably like 900 BuzzFeed articles.
At
Yeah,
least.
there probably are some. Yeah.
What about you, Sam?
Well,
You expected this to be a Tim movie. And that's a quote from her, by the way, Tim.
so okay, I feel like I
I
have to defend this. So I wanted to see this a while ago, but then for some reason the picture that they have on HBO Max or Hulu looks nothing like the rest of the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He
It's
has,
more
like-
like the Terminator.
Yeah, he has like a cyborg eye, and then I was like, hold up, maybe this isn't the movie that I'm thinking of. And then there's also a show called 12 Monkeys, which I don't know if they're
It's
related.
associated.
Okay.
Yeah, it is.
And so that also confused me. And so then, like, once I saw Terminator Eyeball, I was like, okay, this will be a Tim movie. Like, I'm along for the ride. But,
Tim movies typically either deal with cars, guns,
Uh-huh.
or M. Night Shyamalan.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah.
or Brad Pitt. I like Brad Pitt. You like Brad Pitt. He likes Brad Pitt.
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
I feel like most people like Brad Pitt, though.
Yeah.
True.
True.
I mean, you can't go wrong with a Brad Pitt movie usually.
Exactly.
Right? But yeah, we start with that condom suit.
Oh god. No, first of
I'm
all,
gonna
we start
start
with
there.
the voluntold. They're like, it's time for you to volunteer, but you don't have a choice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna volunteer you to do this shit. And then all of the stuff they made him do just to get ready for it.
Right. To go out there, but
The amount of Bruce Willis ass in this film, you want to see Bruce Willis?
was not enough.
And there's a quick Brad Pitt ass at
Yeah.
one point. This movie's for you. And when you see nudity listed on the rated R stuff, it's talking about them asses.
Yeah.
Just so you know.
By the way, we're just going to jump right into that.
I also am pretty sure at one point I thought I saw Bruce Willis's dangling participle, but I don't think I had to rewind to be like.
They
"Did
covered it
really
at
do
one
that?"
point.
But then I think they actually it was still covered. Yeah. Because at
Oh
first
my-
I was like, did they really leave that in? Like, is he actually just hanging free there? But no, I think it still has like that little like black rag they put over it.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Did you miss that part, Sam?
Yeah, I mean, I noticed the butts, but I was like, whatever. And then, I don't know, there was a lot more nudity than I was expecting.
Right,
even though
yeah.
it told me there was going to be nudity. So if you get offended by butts,
Yeah.
Butts.
maybe
butts,
not
butts,
flip it on.
butts.
Butts
Um,
and
They're
90% of a man's body.
yeah, I was going to say,
98.
Yeah.
what
98.
offends me,
What offended you?
no, it doesn't really offend me. It's
Wow.
my first point of beef. Is that I've said it before and I'm going to say it again. The child acting, whew, it's come a
Yeah.
long
In
way.
the 90s? Well,
Oh my lord.
the director was disappointed. He had spoken out and said he's disappointed in him.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that.
And the child.
understandable.
Yeah, the child that plays Bruce Willis and like him in the airport or whatever. Like, I feel like that was pretty early on when we see the
It's
first sort of
like,
clip
yeah.
of his memory,
Very.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and it was just, oh my god. His like, I don't even know how to describe it. It was just so bad, and he didn't even have anything to say. And you're like, damn, you're that
He
bad
was
without
picked for
talking.
his eyes.
Oh my.
I'm not joking. Like, he's like, he looks like he had empathetic eyes, so I picked him.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just gonna say, now that you bring that up, that my other point of beef is that I really wish they would record an alternate ending for this movie, because they basically just zoom in on the kid's eyeballs, his empathetic,
Yeah.
in quotes, eyeballs, and it's just like so, I was like, no! I don't want to see that crap again! So, I request an alternate ending, please and thank you.
And, well, it starts with coming from his eyeballs.
I know, I just think they should just splice out his empathetic eyeballs. I don't find them empathetic.
No?
I
You just want to end on the airplane?
Noid and Vol. I botched that, but I have no idea what I was trying to say. Nolan Void. There we go.
Nolan
Got
Void?
it.
I liked listening to the struggle. You're gonna get there.
I just try to pull a little bit of the Brad Pitt out of me, in this movie, but
Yes,
it's
there you
the
go.
crazy
Yeah.
Brad.
I loved it. I
It
loved
was,
every minute
great.
of it.
Yes. One of my favorite Brad Pitt moments in this movie, and there's a lot of them, but this is probably my shining favorite, is when he's like, so Bruce Willis arrives at the insane asylum because that's the first time he goes back in time, right? After
Yes,
his mom.
to 1990.
And he ends up in the asylum, and Brad Pitt gets voluntold to do the tour.
Yeah.
And he starts talking about how you can't get phone calls because the insanity will just leak out
It'll leak
into the
out,
world
it'll
through
spread.
the phones into the normal
That was
people.
great.
And I was just like, man, I really love that. That was so good. He had a lot of good rants. But
So maybe
that one
we
specifically.
are onto this. Maybe it does fit in the TikTok category.
Oh, there we go.
There you go. See,
There we go.
insanity
We
spreading
hit
through
all
your
5.
bones.
Bingo!
Who even knew?
Nailed it.
God, so good. What'd you guys think of Brad Pitt's eyes, though?
Yeah. So was that a contacts lens or what?
I don't know. I didn't see anything on it.
I know there are people that can do weird, wonky stuff with their eye, but his changes a lot, and I feel like that's like something you can't really train yourself to do. I don't know. I feel like you just learn that one day you're like, I can do weird shit with my eyes. But like, that had to be at one point I thought it was a contact on his left eye, because it kind of
Yeah.
looked like you almost could see his eye behind it, maybe. But
Well, he has kind of smaller eyes in general, so what if he was just opening his left eye more?
That's a good theory.
Yeah, but what about the wonky one? Like, he made him
Yeah.
wonky.
No, I'm saying the wonky one was him opening his eye more.
And he has a wonky eye.
Yeah.
How does that
In real life?
make his eye
No, I don't
rotate
know. Never
then?
mind.
That's what I'm getting at. How does his eye rotate from that? But, yeah.
Oh.
I was thinking that it was his regular eye because it didn't look that out of place next to his other one. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it kind of looked like the same-ish color. The only thing that was odd about it is that he's making it do, like, flips and shit.
Yeah,
Right?
like, how is he, like, making it go
He's doing
weird?
a lot of crazy stuff.
I need to know now. I'm gonna have to Google that afterwards.
Just call him. Be
We'll
like,
take that.
Oh,
as
sure,
a
I'll
note.
send him an email. bradpitt@gmail.com or something.
it
Yeah.
might be him.
It might be.
555. Pitt.
This is a nice try to say him.
Nobody likes my jokes. Although that was technically your joke from an old
Yeah.
episode. Anywho, Brad Pitt is the star of the show. I think he also has another, at least in my eyes, sorry, I didn't mean to just put those words in your mouth. Another rant that I liked of his was when they're talking about, like, it's in the same sort of scene, maybe a little bit later. They're still in the insane asylum. And he's talking about, like, why he's there, right? Bruce Willis. And then he's like, oh, like, killing off humanity, that's more of a long-term plan. Like, let's focus on the present or whatever.
Yeah.
And I was just like, nice.
I think my favorite was, get out of my chair!
Oh, yeah, the chair.
Yeah. He's very possessive of his chair.
He was.
And, like, he was, like, way the fuck across the room. And he's like, no, get out of my chair.
I know.
So
oh
many
my.
good places.
I like when he picks up the broom and he purposely picks up the broom and walks over to the person in his chair and, like, pushes him away.
Yes. I also thought, like, when he had the key,
Yeah.
there was part of me was like, is Bruce Willis just straight up crazy, actually? And, like, is he imagining Brad Pitt's character?
That's a good theory. Yeah.
Well, he wasn't. I don't think he was.
No, but that's actually a good, like, beginning theory.
When you're trying to figure out what the hell is going on.
Yeah.
He just seems so crazy.
Yeah, like, it seems very odd that he would have the key. You're
Right.
like, how?
How did he get that key?
I don't know. I got the feeling that he was kind of buddies with one of the
Yeah,
the main guys, because he didn't seem like he took any medicine, right? Like, they would
Right.
always come around with medicine, and he didn't actually get any. And, like, I don't know. They were always talking, like, he gets voluntold to do the tour, but he doesn't seem that upset about it. I don't know. I got the vibe that he had friends in high places.
yeah.
Well, I think that kind of attributes to his father being a Nobel Peace winner for virology.
Mm-hmm. That was another favorite line when he's talking about how he has all these minions
Yeah.
that are going to go back to his father and tell him where he is. Like, he's just so many ridiculous ideas.
I know. I loved every bit of it.
Oh, my.
What's not to love, really?
The amount of drool that came out of Brad Pitt's mouth.
Brad
you mean
Pitt,
Bruce
you mean-
Willis's?
Bruce Pitt.
Bruce
Pitt. They got married. He took his last name. It's on the download. Don't let anybody else know. But Bruce Willis is all of James Cole's
Yeah.
drool when he first got back to 1990, but then he didn't have drool every other time.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
like back and forth. Like, sometimes he would have it and sometimes he wouldn't, but in, like, the same scene.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
didn't get
Well,
it.
you
There's
know,
a
it
lot
was
of-
a 90s movie, but...
There's a lot of drool there, and then a lot of drools when they made him take his meds. And it was
Yeah.
just like a Newfoundland drooling everywhere. But I'm glad you brought up the 90s thing, because in the first couple scenes where he's getting voluntold, or like anytime he really flips back to talk to the scientists and be in like whatever is considered present day, right? Like the futuristic world. It felt very much like a 90s movie that was trying to predict the future, but like
yeah.
is so wrong and like clunky. Like, it gave me like kind
Yeah.
of old Star Wars vibes in a way, but then also like I feel like the shots kind of have like a softer feel, maybe because the cameras were shittier,
Right.
but like it
I
just
think that's a big thing.
it definitely just felt like, and like that contraption where the scientists look at him, but they were like
The big
cameras.
eyeball thing.
Ball, yeah.
Yeah, like I didn't understand that, and so
I thought it was just goofy, and then the weird high chair.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, that just, I don't know. I don't think that they come up with these types of ideas nowadays, or if they do, they make them look more believable.
Yeah.
That's my stance.
That's your stance?
Yeah.
I thought you were going to ask for one of those high chairs.
Why?
I don't know.
Just
you just
'cause?
seem like you could be into being really high.
On the wall.
On the wall.
With a globe camera situation looking at me. I mean, I guess.
I liked how some of the faces were distorted. Like
Yeah.
a weird funhouse mirror sort of way.
Yeah, like that
Yeah.
added to the creepiness of them.
So here's my thing. I thought about this today. I watched it yesterday, and I was like, okay, so we're in the future, and they have a time machine, but they're underground with limited supplies, and we haven't figured out time travel before this, but somehow they figured it out in the future with very
Yes.
limited supplies. I don't know.
One of the main scientists is also an insurance agent.
Exactly. Yeah. Like,
That
I'm
part,
sorry?
well, like clearly you don't know that going throughout the movie, and
No,
it's kind
until
of
the
like
very
a moment. But I was just like, but she's not even in science.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, I just didn't... I'm gonna flip to that part. I just didn't get it. Like, why...
Did she?
Why
like,
was that shown? Like, why
I think
is
it's just
she...
like they had the answer all along, or it was right there under their noses, but they're spending all this time and resources, and they can't figure it out. And they keep repeating the same steps.
I was thinking that maybe... That makes sense, first off. But I was also thinking that maybe she was just, like... She was just there, right? Like, just to make sure it went off without a hitch. Like, she really did know... Which
Oh.
maybe this is what you were saying, but maybe not. Like, she really did know what was going to happen and, like, basically just messing around with Bruce Willis because he's some sort of criminal, right? Like,
Right.
Yeah.
or
How
something?
did he? How and why is he in jail?
why does he need a pardon? Like, I don't know.
Well,
But-
it said he was like violent and stole and stuff like that in the beginning, I thought.
yeah, so, like, I just kind of saw her more as a puppet master at the end, but
Yeah.
kind of,
I don't know.
maybe that's the dark way to think about it. Like,
I mean, it's a good idea because it's very like the ending kind of just leaves it out there, you know, because they don't really explain like that aspect of the scientists or anything. They just show her. I think
Right.
at the very base, it's just showing that like they know who it is or she knows who it is, but like doesn't know who it is. But at the same time, that's a good thought. I feel it.
I
Yeah.
was wondering if the one doctor. One sec, I got his name down here. Dr.
Mantis
Peters.
Toboggan.
Dr. Peters. He was the creepy dude. He was the guy with the virus at the end.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
The
long hair,
creepy
yeah.
red
Yeah.
hair guy?
Yes, Dr. Peters.
That ain't red. That is orange.
Okay.
Whoa!
We're splitting head hairs here.
The creepy AF guy with bright hair, yes.
Yeah,
continue.
yeah.
So I wanted to go back and see if he was part of the Legion. Like the little scientist crew.
Right.
Oh, earlier?
Yeah, like that's in the future.
Yeah, but the beginning of the movie.
Yeah, so in the beginning with the insurance agent lady. See if like did they make like 5-second friendship on the airplane and become besties?
Oh,
And then they're like, we're gonna kill the world together?
maybe.
It's a good thought. So here's my thing. Okay. So I'm just gonna talk about the virus in general here, along with that scene. So he goes through security, and they're like, "Oh yeah, what is that?" And so he opens it or whatever, and he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna need you to take it out." First of all, dude just told you that it's chemicals.
Yeah!
You're not gonna tell him to take it out. But anyway, so he's like, "Sure, why not?" And then he decides to like, I guess, open the virus right there, right? And
Yeah.
it's like, first of all, it's air. It's just out there now. And then he
Yep.
like makes the guy
Yeah,
sniff
it
it, and I'm
got
like,
out.
how would you concentrate something like that in a vial like that? I don't know. That was my problem with
Yeah.
that scene. How
that's a
would
good
you get
point.
a compound or whatever, a contagion, in air form in like a glass vial like that? Not like a compressed sort of. I don't know. Maybe I'm just dumb, but. And then so he would be
We're
like,
not virus people.
No.
yeah. So would he not then be infected? Which I assume he was. I assume
I
he's
assumed
like,
he
whatever,
was.
I'm infected.
He's patient zero.
Yeah,
It's worth it.
but judging by how quickly it supposedly like took over and killed him, whatever, he was on the plane next to that girl.
Yeah.
How does she not get infected?
Yeah.
Or
I
maybe,
don't
Yeah.
know.
or
Let's
maybe
just cut the ending.
he knew the treatment for it, and you're right, she was in on it.
Yeah, like it's a whole scheme to keep him underground.
Yeah.
Gurren Lagann style.
Yep.
Could be. I don't know.
I will say though that the parallel between the psychiatrist board and like the scientist board was pretty nice.
Yeah, I like that.
Like he goes in front of 5 doctors, and then he goes back in time to be put in front of 5 doctors. I don't know. I liked that.
Yeah, that's a good. Yeah.
What'd you think of the psychiatrist?
I have beef.
I
The
figured
beast
you
was-
would.
Catherine Rayleigh?
Yes. I liked her, but I think that she doesn't have quite the critical thinking you're made to believe. Because, first beef with her. So, she has she crafted this whole theory, right? About, like, Cassandra symptom or whatever. And, like, it's all hinged on that one guy in the war, in the picture, who was on French soil. And then...
in World War One.
And he supposedly forgot all his French, right? And this was her theory, and only knew English and just, like, went off crazy in English. All right. Bruce Willis has been in that photo since you had that photo.
That was the thing I wrote down, too. Yep.
And I was like, really? Although I will give her some credit, because at the beginning she does say, like, oh, I think I know you. Where have you seen her?
Why have I seen you before?
Right. So, like, maybe she did kind of know in the back of her mind, but, like, it took her entirely too long to figure out that he was there. And I don't know. I just feel like if you're going to craft your whole thesis around something like this, you'll have seen that picture a lot. Right?
Just a bit.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep. I wrote the same thing down.
But I don't know. I didn't like that part.
You didn't like it?
Yeah. And then I guess my only other thing, well, I have more beef, but this is some more beef. So, this is not with her. This is in general. Bruce Willis is in the airport at the end while Bruce Willis is young, right?
Right.
So you have 2 Bruce Willises. So it goes against every single time travel movie that he has seen himself in his loop, right? So as a kid, he saw himself as an adult, and as an adult, he saw himself as a kid.
Right.
And so that's my, like, wouldn't that cause a time-gasm to open up and swallow him, according to all other movies?
So time travel is a very
Finicky?
odd thing. Yeah, like, it really depends. Like, you basically have to create your universe around your own rules of time travel in movies because, A, we don't know what would really happen, and B, it's just out there. Like, I don't know. We really don't know if you would go crazy from seeing yourself or what would happen or whatever. But it seems like every time travel movie kind of follows the same general rules, but then bends certain ones. So I'm with you on that. Like, that's a little odd. Like, why he's like, I remember all this. It's like, duh. But
you were there.
Yeah, you
just
saw
block it
yourself. But,
yeah. Well, I think the only saving grace is that I don't really think he saw his face.
No, I don't think he did.
So
he never saw his...
He just kind of sees the back of the body, right?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
like...
Which I was like, you see him with long hair, and which is a nice little play because you think you're made to believe you're seeing Brad Pitt as Jeffrey getting killed, and you're like, oh, well, Jeffrey's dead.
Yeah.
And you're like, but that doesn't really look like his hair.
Yeah, I did like that red herring.
Yeah, it was a good little thing. But time travel, like Tim is saying, is always different.
Yeah.
Look at Avengers Endgame.
I knew you guys were going to bring that up when I brought this
Well,
up.
it depends on what universe. Like, some of them split into multiple parallel universes. While in others, it's just like, it's a single universe, like Bill and Ted's.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Bill and Ted, like, what they do, like, leave the keys under a trash can for themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just, it depends on what movie.
Okay. I'll allow it.
Yeah.
I'll allow it.
I will agree with
Only
you,
because-
though. But there were no consequences, apparently, to the time travel.
Yeah.
But
No, there wasn't.
which seems like a flaw to me, but
Tiny slider.
yeah.
Tiny little baby slider.
Yeah. But this is a heaping slider. Just kidding. All of my points were really only tiny sliders, except for the picture one. That was a regular size burger. Is why does everybody ask him about the women every time he time travels?
You
Like,
get all them women.
like, oh, you're back late. Did you go see some women, or like, how
Yeah.
are the women?
I think it's just a lot of trials have been done, and then that's what people do. Or like, they kept like at that one homeless scene where they're like pointing out, oh, you're one of us, and blah, and it's like,
Yeah.
I think they all just took out their tooth and were chilling. You know what I mean? So,
True.
yeah, I'm with you though.
You're gonna have to stay here, Bob. You're gonna have to take out your tooth.
Yeah.
That homeless dude.
Yeah.
Then he kept hearing him.
Yeah, I know.
I want to know what was up with that.
Yeah, you don't really see him except for that one time, right?
And then when Catherine goes up to him and is like, I remember you. Do you remember me?
And he's all like,
Bitch, I don't know you.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. That was odd.
Yeah, it was weird.
He was hiding in the vents, just like he said.
Yeah.
We should have believed him.
Do you think that was Batboy?
Batboy?
Yeah, Batboy was discovered in a cave.
Oh.
Tim, did you catch that news headline?
What? Wait.
Somebody's reading a paper.
When Bruce Willis was escaping, when James Cole, let me use his character's name, he was escaping the insane asylum, and he's walking by a security guard whose newspaper said Batboy found in cave.
It was like one of the crazy newspapers that
definitely
happened.
did not see that. I'm really confused. Yeah.
Well, funny enough, that went on to be a hit off-Broadway show.
Batboy?
Musical. Yeah.
What?
I'm not joking with you.
Oh my. It just reminded me of like the newspapers that, I don't know if they're still around. I feel like I haven't seen one in a while. That like has like, lady burst 26 kids at once, or like UFOs spotted.
Onion or whatever.
Yeah. And so the fact that it actually had a Broadway show is just ridiculous.
Did you guys at one point think that he was becoming Jeffrey? Like James Cole was going to be Jeffrey? Because like he's like starting to go crazy. I had all these theories going on.
Yeah, you had a lot
throughout this film.
I didn't really. I don't know. I got sucked into this, and we'd have to remember like write stuff down. But
yeah, this one was tougher for me to write things like notes during the movie, because most of my notes are like, "What the hell happened here?" or like quote. And this one, I'm just like,
Yep.
This is interesting.
Yep.
This is interesting. Keep going.
Yeah, I think I wrote the majority of my notes down like after the movie was over, because I just like was very engrossed, like Jim said. Like.
Okay, so another time travel show is, what is it? The 1963 show with James Franco?
Yes.
The Stephen King novel.
Mm-hmm.
Where they go back in time with all the bets. Like they bet on like events, like, oh, this boxing match is going to be won by so-and-so. Mm-hmm. Why didn't Bruce Willis say anything? Well, he wasn't alive. I will say that for 1990. But you could have tried to figure a way to explain yourself.
What do you mean? Like to other people?
They didn't believe that he was from the future.
Yeah. Oh, you mean like he could have gone back and like...
He had the barn scene, and that was it.
Yeah.
And the bullet, but...
Well, the bullet, yeah, but I was talking about just him trying to explain it himself.
Right, and I agree, because I have another point on top of that, is like he was sane, but he was saying things in a way that would be perceived as insane.
Yeah.
And so, like, yeah, why did he not try to explain himself a little bit better? But I think that's just for the movie's sake of, like, we know what's going on, obviously. So it's supposed to be part of our, like, come on, he's trying to save the world! And, like, you know, the audio, they're the NPCs are like, no.
Yeah, because I also was like, he literally had a quote that says, that's why they chose me. I remember things. I'm like, if you remember shit, talk about stuff from 1990.
Yeah, I'm wondering why they wouldn't have sent him back with more information, or like maybe that it wasn't available. Well, even so, he's like, I like music, so they don't have music in the future. Like,
yeah,
music
that was
is gone.
So weird.
Yeah, they just don't have music. I don't understand. But yet they have paintings that they like have for him when he comes back, and he's like staring at. I don't know.
Yeah. I guess I just kind of thought that like, so the first time that he goes back, he like gets beaten pretty hard, right? Like he gets in a fight with somebody, and like when we first meet her. So I guess I kind of thought that like they put him back in a point of time that was like very not great for him, and somehow he got into a sticky situation, right? And then he was like isolated until she came. And so I think like it was the easiest possible answer to believe that you were crazy, even though he like kind of didn't, like he just didn't know, and it was easier to be like, well, let me just go along with this, right? And then what was interesting though was like as the movie went along, like I think it's the third time he comes back, whenever he comes back in his sweater and she's starting to catch on, and he's like, no, I'm definitely crazy, like I'm crazy.
Like, I'm crazy.
And by that,
it's okay, I'm crazy here.
And by that time she's like, no.
Yeah, if he hadn't disappeared in the like the stream there, I'm pretty sure she would have been like, yeah, you're crazy.
Yeah, she just would have
Right.
If
committed
he
it
had
again.
disappeared
She'd
at
been
a
like, "You're
different
done."
time when she wasn't there to witness it, I'm pretty sure she would have just been like, okay, yeah, you're crazy.
Yeah, and she never would have found the dang picture.
Yep.
She wouldn't have cared.
That dang picture of Bruce Willis naked.
True.
What'd you think of the 12 Monkeys?
The 12 Monkeys?
Like, the 12 Monkeys were the group.
They're the
Yeah, but
start
were
of
there
that
12
one
of them?
group from Okja.
Yes.
What was the name of that group?
Oh.
It was ALF.
Alf, that's right.
Animal Liberation Front.
Yeah, that's the 12
Yes.
Monkeys. They're the beginning of Alf.
But ALF started in the 70s.
No. Mm-mm.
ALF 2.0?
Yeah.
Yeah,
12 Monkeys?
revamped, revived.
Yes. Well, I did love the scene where there's just like straight up giraffes going down the highway.
Yeah. I loved how you were thinking that Brad Pitt was going to release the virus. And I was just like, nah, we're just releasing animals.
Yeah.
Joke's on you. That's why we're called the 12 Monkeys.
Yeah. Well, and even the scientist lady gets like, oh, it's going to be fine. Like, they're just releasing animals. No.
And then she goes and gives the phone call.
Well, maybe if she would have given, well, yeah, her phone call.
That was kind of
Yeah.
crazy, right?
Lols.
Sam called that, though.
Yeah, when they first played the recording, I guess he had come back and they were like, did you leave this message? And he's like, no.
Yeah.
You could tell
Do
it's
I
her
sound
voice.
like a
Yeah,
woman?
you could hear.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could hear it was her, but yeah.
Yeah. But I didn't know, like, I was like, oh, that's an interesting twist. So I will say, like, a lot of the twists along the way were not very predictable, at least for me. Like, that was
Right.
about the only one. Like, I think they did a really good job of kind of hiding stuff from you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would agree with that.
For
Or at least-
instance, I was wondering why there was bears and lions and stuff in this city.
Yeah.
That makes so much more sense.
I get it now.
I'm there. Good job, Brad Pitt.
Yeah, good job.
Because otherwise, all those animals would have died. If you think about
Oh,
it,
true.
they wouldn't have any food.
Good guy, Brad Pitt.
In the end, Jeffrey saved the day.
See, Jeffrey's the best. We were telling you guys that Jeffrey's the best at the beginning, and now we're just telling you even more so that he's the
Yeah,
best.
he went around flipping everybody off. That was fantastic.
Yeah. And he had a really good form on that, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, he did. It was
That
just
was
so
a
perfect.
strong, prominent finger right there.
It wasn't no weak ass middle finger.
No.
That was a
It
good
just
one.
went up and was like, gave him a stank eye too with his weird eye.
Yes.
Whatever eye you
I
can
loved
see,
it.
yeah.
Yeah, and then he would give him the double finger, the double birds.
Yeah.
I was like, this guy, I love it. Another point I wanted to bring up was, I think it was Bruce Willis that said this. Well, James Cole. We're really bad at saying the character names. We just stick with the actor names.
Yeah.
He was saying that, was it him? I think he said that the movies are different every time you watch them.
Yeah.
Like if you wait 5 years, it'll be a completely different movie to you. You'll
Yeah.
notice something different. And I'll 100% agree with that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Seeing as I waited like at least a decade and I have no idea what
Right?
happened.
I know that Sam herself will, like, I think, what is it? The Alchemist or some other book?
Mm-hmm.
You like to read that, like, every few years.
Yeah, you notice different parts, I think.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the
That's
same with
understandable.
movies. Like,
Yeah, movies are the same, I'd say.
I don't know. The movies that you know really well, like, you pick up on little stuff that you
Yeah.
don't. So I agreed with that, and I liked it.
I mean, I still find new weird Orlando Bloom faces in Lord of the Rings.
Oh, true. Yeah. That was a meme. Yeah.
Well, I feel like he just does weird faces in every movie.
He does.
He does.
I love it.
Did you here's something? Did you notice that? So this is in Philly, right?
Mm-hmm.
Did you
West
notice?
Philadelphia, born and raised.
Did Did you notice something about one of the locations, or maybe the location of the 12 Monkeys? Is this a fact you have written down, Adam?
No?
I'm fairly certain that is the filming location of Rocky's gym in Rocky.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
That wouldn't shock me. Because in the, not the fifth quarter, what other movie did we just watch?
There's actually a couple movies where it's the same one, and I always go,
Happening.
"That's Rocky's gym."
Yeah, The Happening had something there.
Yeah.
That dealt with Rocky, because Philadelphia only apparently has like 6 different locations that they record in.
Yeah. apparently.
Well, I was hoping that you were gonna say it was something from National Treasure. And
I thought he was
about
gonna
to
say
get
something about it.
excited.
I thought it was
Honestly,
going to
there
say
probably
something
is
from
something
Sunny.
in there.
Yeah. Oh yeah, or Sunny. Well, yeah.
Definitely was guessing he was going to go with Sunny. I don't know Rocky well enough to have noticed that.
I've binged Rocky a few times.
Yeah?
Resident Rocky expert. Add that to your title.
Gun, car.
Yeah, I'm gonna make you a name
M. Night Shyamalan.
slate that you can put on your desk. That's gonna be like so
Rocky.
long.
V for
Rocky
Vendetta.
expert.
It'll be like Daenerys's title, or
Yes!
it just goes on and on and on.
Oh, yes.
Done.
So I got to say, one of my other favorite quotes was by a character that we saw for like 0.2 seconds.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
I just was attacked by a coked up
I
woman
have
and a
that written
fucking
down as
crazy
my favorite
dentist.
quote.
When was that?
It was so they're in the prostitute lounge,
Okay.
and a pimp comes in and is like, "You're my territory."
Oh yeah. He
And-
says that?
Yeah.
Yeah, and when he's in the bathtub and the
cops
cops
come
are,
in.
"I'm an innocent man."
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh, shoot.
my.
I have
And
another.
a crazy dentist.
Yeah, I have not necessarily a quote. It's in every movie when somebody has a PhD, and she's talking about fixing his leg for him, and she's like, "I'm a doctor," and I wrote down she has a PhD in psychology, so naturally she could pull a bullet from his leg. Yeah.
Well, yeah, of course.
Obviously.
That's like-
That's just how it works.
It's
She
like
knows
I
the
need
mind,
some
so she knows the
supplies.
body. I don't know.
it's what in every single zombie movie
Oh
and
my
show.
gosh, yeah.
It's always a veterinarian.
Yeah,
And
yeah. I
that
was gonna say, what's that movie, Battle for Los Angeles? She's a veterinarian. She's maybe I can help. It's like what?
So, zombie stuff, you can get there.
Right.
Because you got to think like all the actual doctors, like human doctors.
Yeah.
They're going to be right where all the zombies are because that's... I'm not feeling well. Rawr!
Mhm. Yeah.
Veterinarians are like, I'm just sewing up this horse's dick.
Why? A dick.
I wanted to see how you guys would react.
Yeah. Well, there you go. You got it.
I think we might lose Sam for a bit.
No.
You good?
Okay, yeah.
Oh, also,
Go ahead.
did you guys see Jim Halpert?
No. Was Jim Halpert in
Yeah,
there?
he was not.
Yes, he was.
Who was Jim Halpert?
Christopher Maloney was.
Yes. Yep. Christopher Maloney.
That's not Jim Halpert.
His name in the movie is Jim Halpert.
Oh, no. It's very close. It's very close. It's Halperin.
No, it's Halpert. I'm sticking to it. That's how I heard it.
Okay. Okay. I was like, bro. He would have been like in high school
Yeah.
or grade school at
I
this
mean,
point.
he could have been the kid with empathetic eyes.
Yeah, that's true.
Whose career really took off. Well, my final beef before we get too far away from it was that I lost it.
Yeah? Are you thinking about that horse doctor still?
Oh no.
No, you guys got me on the Jim Halpert thing, and then I just.
Was it when she said advertisement instead of
Oh
advertisement?
God!
Oh, I
no,
hated
I forgot
that.
to write that down. But
I
yes,
was
I
like-
hate that.
Advertisement. I can't even say
Advertisement. And I'm like,
that.
The fuck
Advertisement.
he said?
Advertisement. There we go.
I'm like,
God.
advertisement.
Advertisement.
Say it with me now. Say it with me now,
Why
Catherine.
did she say it like that? Is that an accent thing?
I don't know.
No, it's,
Maybe
There's
it's
no way they
definitely,
didn't.
Baltimore's.
like I'm pretty sure over the pond. That's how a lot of people say it.
I was going to say it's a Baltimore thing.
I'm very certain that's. But yeah, it could be a Baltimore thing. I'm
I
not
mean,
really sure.
I only say that because they had that whole thing that went really viral recently. Well, it's like Aaron ironed in iron ore or something, and it just comes out iron. Do you know what I'm talking
Yeah, I
about?
know what
Tim?
you're talking about. Yeah.
So I was thinking maybe it kind of goes with the Baltimore accent.
That could,
And
yeah.
she does it in a single scene, in a single word.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I
We're
didn't
giving
like
her
it,
way too much credit
and
for this.
I think that they should have made her pronounce it correctly for the movie. But
Yeah, I feel like they told her to say it that way.
yeah.
Okay, we need you to say it wrong.
Yeah.
But why? I want you to say it wrong.
I'm sorry,
I
but that's
felt-
not how phonetics work. Do it anyway. Okay.
Exactly.
We're paying you.
I finally remembered my beef. This all could have been solved if she would have given creepy dude the time of day at her book signing.
I don't know if that's true.
Yeah,
Because he only got the idea to kill everybody from Christopher Plummer.
Yeah.
After Bruce. Oh, okay. Hold on. Let me follow
That was like
the
6
breadcrumbs.
years later.
Really, it's Bruce Willis's fault for telling Jeffrey.
Yeah, it's all Bruce Willis's
Jeffrey,
fault.
oh, God damn it. Okay.
It was
Well,
a nice
I was just
try.
gonna say that she doesn't give him the time of day, and so like he just happened to be like hanging around. But he also kind of seemed like he was in the know then, which was supports your watchback theory to see if he's there. He seemed like he was in the know then because he was talking about a bunch of random crap and being creepy. And so it made me think that he did know before he heard from Christopher Plummer. But I don't know. I'd have to watch it again.
Yeah.
I'm still willing to give her some of the blame for sure.
Yeah.
A lot of it.
She deserves it.
Well, she kind of did give the voice recording that's what they based everything off of.
Yeah.
So I can kind of see it.
Yeah.
I can kind of see it.
She's to blame. How about that music?
I really
Music is
liked it.
perfect.
I liked it.
Yeah.
Paul
I liked it a lot.
Buckmaster.
As soon as it started.
Yeah. I felt like it put you on edge, which is like what you asked
Yeah.
for in this type of movie.
Yeah.
I liked it.
I looked into a couple other things he did. He worked on Mulan,
Oh.
So,
I'll
but
make a
not.
man out
He
of
was.
you.
He was not the main dude.
yeah.
Not the composer.
Not making a man out of you. Got it.
Go ahead, Tim.
Oh, I was just going to say it was stuck in my head all day.
I listen to a lot of movie music, so it gets out quickly.
Not me.
No,
No, I
you were
was in
just
there
listening to
good
yours.
for a long time.
It's still there.
No, it kind of is, and I'm like slowly rebuilding it because I can't remember it at the moment. But like, I know as soon as I do it, I'm
Sea
gonna be like,
shanties.
belting
Just
it.
remember those.
That's what I was gonna say. You don't remember it because you probably listened to some sea shanties today.
I did a little bit, as is tradition.
See, I just woke up not long ago, so I haven't had a chance to do much of anything besides here.
Oh, I worked already.
Yeah.
So.
That's fair. That's fair.
Okay, you got anything else?
Yeah, because that was my point. Sorry.
Yeah. Let's see. Wait, what?
What?
That was Sam's point. She stole it
Yeah,
from
I
you.
stole it from you while you were looking.
Oh.
So sorry.
Oh no, that's okay.
Bees?
He ate the spider.
Yeah,
Ew.
that was hilarious. I didn't have anywhere to put this, so I just ate it.
So, and they like rolled
You
their
can
eyes.
retrieve it later.
Like, oh god, who
Yeah.
are we dealing with here? I don't know. Like this everything in the movie seemed run down, and it seemed really odd to me. It was like,
That's what 2021's gonna look like, right?
yeah, but that was 1996.
Yeah.
I don't think
Yeah.
the city looked that bad.
Grungy.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I
Like
was
the
5.
PD, the psych ward, I'm pretty sure were the same building. The church, and like they had some crazy building that was completely graffitied and stuff. That I was like, how is this giant building?
Was
in the
graffiti
middle-
that really bad back then?
I don't know, but
I don't think so.
We were all children.
Yeah.
We'll never remember.
yep, I'll have to have some kind of time travel device that is made out of scraps.
That's just an MRI machine. Or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. An MRI machine that like shrink wraps you, and
And a
then
condom.
you just like. Right
And then
out.
how'd they get
Zorp
him
and
back
Flipsha?
without? I mean, I know he had the thing in his tooth, but how'd they get him back without something as?
I never understood how they got him back.
He just like
Laser?
would disappear. I don't know. Their own time travel rules. You get a time limit unless you take out your tooth that has our tracker in it. Huh?
True.
I don't know. I think that's all my
And
points.
flirt.
That is?
I know you're eager to get down that massive list of actors.
I do, but I'm gonna go through the facts first.
Well, that
Do you
too,
think
yeah.
this was a box office bust?
No.
No, which it probably
Not at
was because you're invested.
Oh,
Yeah.
budget
right.
was
Trick question.
20. No, I'm trying to ask it every time just to see if
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
see where you guys felt
But
about
your
it.
tone
It was a
suggested
budget
that it
of-
was. It was.
$29.5 million for budget.
Okay.
Box office of 168.8. Yeah, so it made a bit of money.
Just a little bit.
A lot of the actors took a salary cut to work with the director.
Wow. Okay.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, he's a big name director.
Mhm.
Was
This
he a
is-
big name director then?
Yes.
Okay.
I will tell you that he did
Don
a
Quixote.
great film from the 70s.
Okay.
So not Don Quixote. Don Quixote was last year. Brad Pitt won his first Golden Globe and Oscar nomination. No, he just got his first nominations for an Oscar and Golden Globe
For this movie.
for this movie.
Nice. Starting strong.
Johnny Depp was considered to play Jeffrey.
They did a good job not choosing him.
Jeff Bridges was considered to play James.
Ooh.
That would be weird, too.
That would be weird.
And De Niro turned down the role of James Cole.
That would be weird, too.
That
I'm
would be
glad that they chose who they chose. Because...
I felt like who they had was
As much
perfect.
as I like
Yeah,
those
like-
people, I think...
Right, that's what I was going to say.
Yeah.
They're all good. It just would have been very different.
Yeah. And then the film was inspired by L. Frank Baum's The Magic of Oz.
Okay.
Yeah, I
There was
remember,
apparently a
because
passage in there.
it said based on another film or whatever. I was like, what? What film?
That was based off of... Oh, fuck. I didn't write it down. It was a French film.
Yeah.
And that was also based off of this passage from The Magic of Oz.
Wait, it's just a passage?
Yep. Just a small little thing talking about 12 monkeys.
What?
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome. We built a whole universe on this one paragraph.
That's pretty neat.
The OG tagline is amazing.
Lay it on
Is
Are you
it's
prepared?
happening?
It's not happening. It is this. The future is in the hands of a man who has none. So
What?
they decided that
They should
that
give him
sounded
hands.
too much like a guy had no hands, but
Yeah.
it was actually the none was in reference to his future. He has no future.
Somebody needed to.
They
write
needed
that
some
differently.
grammar help on that one.
It definitely sounded like he shouldn't have had hands.
I know.
Oh my.
Yeah.
I-
Alrighty. The cast. James
Already?
Cole
I'm just
was
kidding.
played by none other than Bruce Wayne.
Oh,
Wait, not Batman. Bruce Willis.
Oh, okay.
He was in Moonlighting, a soap opera? Yeah, soap opera with Betsy from
Jinx.
Taxi Driver.
Wait, Betsy was in Moonlight? I know, you've gone over this. But
Yes, I did.
Who knew? Not I.
He was in Die Hard, and then
What?
Die Hard
No.
2, and then Die Hard 3.
How many Die Hards did they make? Just 3?
5?
10?
I don't know, they're working on a new one called McClane.
Oh.
Tim's
What?
our resident Die Hard
Is it
expert.
going to say Die Hard McLean, or is it just
No,
gonna
it's
be
just called
McLean?
McLean.
But I don't know anything about it beyond that.
He is in Moonrise Kingdom.
Yes.
I love him in that movie.
Yes, he's pretty funny.
And in the biggest M. Night Shyamalan twist, Bruce Willis plays the main character
Yeah.
in The Sixth Sense.
Yes.
Catherine Rayleigh was played by Madeline Stowe.
Mm-hmm.
Have you seen her in anything, Sam?
Yeah, Revenge on
Yeah,
NBC.
she's the mom, Victoria.
Yep.
She's also in The Last of the Mohicans,
Oh.
Stakeout,
Oh, I love
and
that
Shortcuts.
The Mohicans?
Yeah.
I've not seen it.
Oh, it's so good.
It's a Tim movie.
The music
it?
started.
I have no idea.
That music in that movie is amazing too.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Gotta add it to the list.
Oh my
Jeffrey
gosh.
Goins. Oh, he's still going.
No, just go ahead.
He likes it.
All right. Jeffrey Goins is played by Brad Pitt. He's in Fight Club and then a few of his other 90s films that came out in this order. Interview with the Vampire,
Nice.
Legends of the Fall, 7, and then 12 Monkeys. He had 4 bangers in a row.
Nice.
Yeah.
And then not far after that, he did Fight Club. So when they signed him, it was before those 3 movies were done. They were like, "Oh, he's a small actor."
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
His price tag went up way after that.
Yeah.
But yeah, like Bruce Willis didn't get paid until after this movie like premiered because he just wanted to work with Gilliam.
That's awesome though. I mean, I love seeing stuff like that, like people that want to work with, I don't know, just for the sake of the art and working with other people to make a product that
Right.
people might enjoy. I think that's awesome.
Yeah.
And then Dr. Goins is played by none other than Christopher Plummer, also known as John Adams. Shit, what was his last name? In
Gates.
Gates. John Adams Gates in National Treasure.
Yeah.
He is in the movie The Last Station, which was he got an Oscar nomination for that.
Nice.
And then he won his first Oscar nomination in 2010 for the movie. No, he won his first Oscar in 2010 for Beginners.
Okay.
All right. He's been acting since The Sound of Music. And he got his first Oscar
That's
in
true.
2010. Just let that sink in.
R.I.P.
Jim
your
Halpert,
career.
really known as Lieutenant Halperin, was played by Christopher Maloney.
Maloney.
He is from Law & Order SVU.
Yeah.
Did you know that?
No, I don't know who we're talking about.
The detective.
He's the detective. He's just like, oh, you're just fall in love with your...
Yeah, because you were like, oh, Oh,
I
it's
know
that
him.
dude. And
Yeah.
I was like, I have no idea who that dude is. But yes, now that you say he's in
Yeah.
Law and Order, I
Sam,
see
that
it.
makes
He's
me
also
very
in.
sad.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, he's in Wet Hot American Summer,
Okay.
both the TV show and the movie,
Uh-huh.
and then he's in Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas.
Uh-huh.
He
He's
is?
in another thing as
Apparently.
well, but it's a show that I
What?
love.
What is it?
Happy. He's amazing.
Oh,
in that
he
role.
is. I've never seen that show.
I love
it. Looked
I-
interesting.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys might like it, but I'm definitely gonna
It's
get a tattoo of Happy
weird.
one day. So
Okay.
there you go. Because his name is Nick Sachs in the movie or in the show, and he just kills it. It's so good.
Nice. We'll have to try it.
I've thought about putting it on before, but it also doesn't look like your type of show, Sam. It looks
It's
like
not
one of
a
those
VH
shows that I
show.
would watch solo.
Oh, okay.
It's based off a not a comic,
Comic,
but
Graphic
novel. It might be a comic, but I thought it was a graphic novel. But
More or less the same thing.
yeah, pretty much. But it's a gory, comic-y sort of
Yeah.
movie.
Not
or
your
show.
type of thing typically, but it's like
You might
I
like
wanna say
Happy,
it's
so
ki-
watch it for Happy.
it's kind of like Who Framed Roger Rabbit in a sense, right?
Yeah, sort of.
Where it's like human and animated.
Yeah. So okay.
'Cause he
So I'll
sees-
just
he
I'll
has
just
an
lay it on you
imaginary
real
character.
quick.
Yeah, might as well.
So it's his daughter's imaginary friend. He can see.
Mm-hmm.
So like she has an imaginary friend. Something happens to her, and the imaginary friend goes and finds him, and he is just a retired detective that drinks and is kind of a hitman sort of thing, and just thinks he's in his own imagination at first, and then realizes that he's actually real, and so they become kind of like a partner duo kind of thing, and it's pretty entertaining.
Yeah.
Nice.
And I really
He
want
curses
the
a lot
tattoo,
too,
but-
right?
Oh yeah. But Happy's
Happy's
great because he's
very-
like, you're not allowed to do that. He'll like do little things like put money in swear jars that are fake and stuff, and it's pretty funny.
Yeah.
Aww.
Yeah.
I told you, it seems funny, but I don't know if it's your type of thing, girl.
Yeah.
Okay,
You'd have
okay.
the first season's the best, so you'd have to watch that.
There's like 3.
There's only 3, yeah.
Okay.
I weirdly know way more information than you would expect for never seeing the movie
Yeah,
or
I'm
show.
like, are you sure you haven't seen it? 'Cause, like, you can hang in
I've
there
tried
right
to
with
watch it a
Tim.
couple times, but
It's not everybody's thing, but I loved it. So
Yeah.
yeah. Anyway, rant end.
Dr. Peters. Sam, do you know who Dr. Peters is?
No, I don't know
Creepy
anybody's
dude.
name. Oh, ew. Orange hair, red hair, creepy
He's
man.
David
creepy in
Morris.
everything. I'm not gonna lie.
Yes, he
He's
is.
in,
Anything
he's in
he's
the Green
in.
Mile. He's in the
Yeah.
Hurt Locker. He's in Contact. I'm sure he's in, I've not seen him in those, but I'm sure he's creepy.
He's in the.
He plays like, I think there's a movie called 16th Locker or something with Bruce Willis where he plays the antagonist.
Huh.
I don't know.
Those things weren't what I was thinking of. Maybe Green Mile is what
Is
I'm
he at
thinking
The
of,
Rock?
but,
I'm not. I didn't write that down. I don't have a ton of space on my pages.
that's fair. All I know is that, like, once I saw his face, I was like, ooh, it's the creepy dude. Like,
Yeah.
he's
He's
like,
like-
Yeah, I
he's
was like,
always
ooh,
creepy.
Yeah. Yeah. And then there's Jose. Sam, do you know who Jose is?
Yes, he was in the war. He
Yes.
was the crazy man.
So that's played by John Cena, not John Cena. It might be Seta. Seta. It's Seda. I don't know. But he is in Chicago PD,
Okay.
Chicago Fire, Chicago Justice, The Pacific, and then he does one episode of Law and Order SVU.
Dang, look at him go.
Apparently, all those Chicago shows, he's the same character over and over.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. That's all I know about
They're
him.
all interconnected.
Yeah.
Cohesive.
Yeah, and then B. You guys know B?
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 Yeah, B.
B?
Do you not know who B is?
No. Did I watch this movie?
I don't think they ever said his name.
Okay.
So B is one of Jeffrey's henchmen.
Yeah.
He's in the story. He's like, hey man, we're not part of Jeffrey's 12 Monkeys
Oh, that
anymore.
guy.
Is it Gavin
Yeah.
Belson?
It is Gavin Belson, or better known as Matt Ross in the real world.
Yeah.
But he plays Gavin Belson in Silicon Valley.
Okay.
He also has a small role in American Psycho.
Yes.
It's so weird to see him in
Because
that.
he's super young then, too.
Super young, and he's such a pushover in it. Because his character is he's an asshole in Silicon Valley, so it's hilarious to see him in other roles. He was in Face Off,
Nice.
and then he directed Captain Fantastic.
Oh.
I had no idea.
Yeah, I didn't know he had some directing skills. Look at him.
Okay, Dr. Fletcher? Do you remember him? He was one of the psychiatrists.
Okay.
He was in Star Trek. I don't know Star Trek enough to know who he was, but he was in it.
Okay.
And he was the Riddler from the Adam West Batman series.
Oh, interesting.
Batman. One of the psychiatric patients was played by Donald Faison.
Really?
Donald Faison. I always say it wrong.
I didn't see him.
Turk from Scrubs.
He was just in there somewhere?
Yeah, he was in there.
Huh. Okay.
He's in the movie. He's also in Skyline, Clueless, and Remember the Titans. Now, the character you guys have been like, who was that guy? I need to know who he is. Was the bear. The bear was played by Bart the Bear.
Oh,
I shit you not. He was in the movie The Edge.
Okay.
Legends of the Fall. Lors. I actually want to pronounce it correctly. And then Homeward Bound. And in all of these movies, he is literally listed as the bear.
Nice. Look at Bart
So
the Bear.
throughout the 90s, if you saw a movie with a bear in it, it was probably Bart.
Well, yeah, Legends of the Fall.
Brad Pitt got to reunite with his bear friend.
Yeah.
So,
Although I don't think Brad Pitt ever
saw him
the bear in the movie, but
yeah, but
that
he
doesn't
could have
mean
been
that
on.
He wasn't around.
He could have been on set.
Yeah, true.
No, he might have seen the bear because he released them all.
That's true.
But
he
wouldn't actually
released
have
Bart.
seen him, In the movie, he
knows?
saw him theoretically, but.
And then the director was Terry Gilliam. Like I said earlier,
Oh
he
my god.
What was that one
directed
movie
The
that
Man
you
Who
liked that
Killed
he-
Don Quixote.
Yeah, I just had to make sure.
Brazil.
Yeah,
Okay.
Have you ever heard of the movie Brazil, 1985?
No.
It was a huge
I've
hit.
heard of the
okay.
country.
It is,
Thanks.
which also plays into our daily trend, because the president of Brazil was one of the top 5 trends.
There you go.
See?
God, I'm good.
Tim
Tim knew what he was doing.
You just hit them all.
He did Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas.
Oh, okay.
He did The Fisher King.
Ooh.
Oh, I feel like I've heard of that.
And he was a writer on Monty Python and the Search for the Holy Grail.
Yes.
Nice.
So
Such a
he's
good
been around for a while.
Yeah.
And he's still working, crazy enough.
Nice.
So this movie was nominated for 2 Oscars.
Wow.
It won 10 awards.
Damn.
And then it was nominated for 22 other awards.
Jeez Louise. That's a lot of
I chose not
awards.
to write those down.
That's fair. Oh my.
You
Go
should have written them down.
monkeys.
I'm offended.
I would have been like 20
Unacceptable.
minutes late, man.
We'd still be talking an hour later.
I know. Okay, so Tim, 12 Monkeys, your daily trend choice. Would you flip it on?
Flip it on. Absolutely.
He's flipping it on.
As
How about you,
as
Sam?
a quote
Oh,
somebody
Sam's
would
keep
say.
going.
Yeah, I'm still going. It's a must see before you die. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, watch it.
From that listicle.
Yeah.
Sam.
Nice. I can't believe you cut Tim off.
All right, so I would flip this on. I'm going to cut Sam off. I thought it was a fantastic film about time travel, and I really enjoyed Brad Pitt's character, Jeffrey.
Mm-hmm.
He was absolutely ridiculous. And then Bruce Willis did a solid job as James Cole. So flip it on if you like either of those actors. If you just want to see twitchy eyes. I'm still going to keep going till Sam just has to cut me off. If you like Terry Gilliam movies, go ahead and flip it on. She's pushing me out. I'm getting the hook. Ah!
Okay, I would say that yes, I would flip it on. And you've listed if you like to see
Quite a lot of them.
Quite a lot of the reasons one would flip it on. If you like animals running through the streets, flip it on.
If you want to catch a quick scene of Vertigo, turn it on.
Yeah.
Sam actually called that. I was very proud of her.
Yeah. If you like to see zerping and flirping in the tube, flip it on. If you like to see
Psychiatrists
butts, flip it on.
or butts.
Yeah.
There's a lot of reasons to flip this bad boy on.
It was good. Did we say where we watched it?
Yes, HBO Max.
Okay.
All right.
I'm just reminding you guys because it's been a journey. You might have forgotten
It has
where we
been.
watched it.
Okay, so it's my turn.
Oh.
It's going to be our 20th episode. What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's very
So Sam's going to
exciting.
spin it. Let's see if we get something fancy for our 20th. Survey says daily trend again.
Oh.
Oh boy.
Nice. Well,
So let's get those quick daily trends.
I'm gonna lull if it's all the same ones. I mean,
It
I know
won't
it
be.
won't be because
I've-
it's daily, but it'd be funny if it was. Daily trend back to back. Look at that.
I know. We're just
I was really hoping that our 20th would ring in with a box office bust.
Barry Weiss, Ghost of Tsushima, Bastille Day, Tom Bergeron, and then Ruth Bader Ginsburg.
Oh, you have a lot of interesting ones.
Yeah, this is completely different than Tim's.
Yeah,
Bastille
that's a
Day.
yikes for
Whoop,
me,
whoop.
dog.
All right.
Tim was happy with his pandemics.
Yeah, I was pretty satisfied, so good luck.
Well, thank you guys for joining us on 12 Monkeys.
Yeah.
Yeah, an episode of Flipperflix.
All right. Peace out, Girl Scout.